What does it mean to have a mentor, and why is mentorship so important in this industry, Lauren?
Yeah, I mean, to have a mentor, of course, it's someone vouching for you, someone saying that you've mastered this content and you're here for the right reasons. And the things you don't know yet, you will proactively seek out, that you're a problem solver, you're a great communicator. To have a mentor is to have someone in your corner teaching you, guiding you. Sometimes it comes down to some tough love. Sometimes it's that nice warm hug, everywhere in between. Um, I know for us here at Fast Track, our career coaching is a huge part of what we do, and it comes down to this mentorship. So, yes, I always say we got to, help you with what I call the boring stuff, your resume and your cover letter. Everybody needs those things for any job that you apply to. And yes, you need a cover letter. Don't let anyone tell you don't. Um, but we really focus on sharpening your soft skills as well. So a lot of that's interview prep. David, I know you do some interview prep. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that looks like?
In this day and age, the soft skills are so important. And people, they might have a great science background or a healthcare background, but when we talk about soft skills, what we're talking about is really how you present yourself and your communication skills. And one thing that we work with our students, and we make sure that our students are ready for every interview. And that means that they have practiced answering the questions that they're going to be asked. Well, first of all, how do you know what's going to be asked? Well, having been in the industry for a long time, we speak with the hiring managers all the time. These are the people who hire at the CROs, at the pharmaceutical companies, and at these sites. Our students are regularly going to interviews, and they come back and they tell us exactly what they were asked. But then we also ask the directors of HR, the directors of talent at these organizations, what are you looking for? And what are the questions you're asking? And so having the opportunity to practice that is invaluable. And that is, I think, so important because the more you practice something, the better you get. It's like that in whether you're a musician, musicians practice all the time, right? If you're going into an interview, how often do you practice interviewing? Lauren, do you practice interviewing? Is that something you do?
Well, luckily, I haven't looked for a job for a while. I'm pretty happy where I am. But, when you are moving into a new field or a new role, you will be asked these questions, and the hiring managers are looking for certain answers. And within those answers, they're looking for you to use that clinical research language. They're looking for you to use terms like AE and SAE and ICF, right? And if they're asking about them and you don't know what that stands for, your chances of getting the job are pretty low. I think another important aspect of mentorship and career coaching are really, teaching someone how to network. Networking is really everything. We touched a little bit earlier on AI, and AI is not going to touch many of these jobs in clinical research. Like, these jobs are completely safe because this is a people-oriented industry. You cannot erase people from this field. And as such, people hire people. They don't hire pieces of paper, aka your resume. They hire someone that they have a connection with. And so we want to focus on building connection before the interview to gain that interview offer. We want to focus on building connection during the interview. We want to focus on maintaining the connection after the interview, whether it's through a thank you video or a phone call or an email or a handwritten note, something I always really love to guide my mentees on. There's so many aspects to maintain that connection. And when you build that connection with someone, often you're going to be their candidate of choice, because at the end of the day, who do they want to spend 40 plus hours a week with? Someone that they connect with or someone that they really don't. And so we spend a lot of time teaching and mentoring our students on how to build those connections, on how to network, on how to strike up a conversation with a stranger on LinkedIn to then convert that into an interview offer, right? I mean, that's kind of a skill unto itself.